Alright friends, this is what my classroom looks like at my door, so when you walk in. So here's just a quick little tour. I can't scan down too low down here because I have cubbies, but they have kids' pictures on them. So below this picture is cubbies, and then I have some supply bins right here. I also have some book boxes, which you can tell are pretty rough right now. And we also have some showcase work right here. My kids kind of get to pick what goes on the wall. Then we have some posters and some shapes. So on this side we just have flat, and writing charts is not a strength of mine. So we have all of our shapes right here, and then we have solid shapes on this side. This is my TA's desk. I don't have a desk, but that's her desk in her area. This is our pile of scrapbooks, and these are just some of our goal setting charts and how far our kids have come. You can see my calendar right here. Above my calendar I have numbers and number words way across, and then I have a number line. We add those for each day of school. So here's a little glimpse of my calendar. I mean, definitely not perfect. Then I have a library. I'm used to having a bookshelf that would scan this entire length, and obviously I don't this year, so that's been an issue because I just don't have enough room in my library. So we just covered insects, and I don't have a bin for insects. I'm a little sad. But here you go. Here's another glimpse of it. We play lots of games. We do lots of math activities. That's my star chart. This is my big hot mess. Let me back it up. I have a loft in my room, so up at the top is a kitchen area, and down below is a lot of our supplies. And then I have tons of bins of like toys and stuff, but it's definitely not everything together. This is my iPad table. I'm going to scan out so you can't see any kids' names. It's kind of put away for the weekend. So if you can see right here is my app guide, and then each one of my kids has a place around there that they sit, and then that's our bin of headsets. We have some more book boxes over here, and this is my smart board. This right over here is books that I have QR coded, so this would be a QR code listening station. And then these bins up here also have QR codes in them. Here's another glimpse of my loft. That's where the kids climb up and down. We have an alphabet with some sight words, and we just ran out of space. So like my letter S like continues down here. It's like ridiculous. Here's my word families. One of my favorite things, this is my Letters Alive cart. Love, love, love this. I got this set up for next week. I do have cords, it's just live. And that's my fancy workstation. I have to have a computer to run my board. Yes, my board is here. The computer outlets are here. I do not get a say in that. That is where they have to go. So I don't know whose brilliant setup idea that was, but that's just how it goes. I have my digraphs up there, and then if we can dodge some artwork, you can see my alphabet. So nothing too fancy about that. I keep right over here, I keep a list of everything that we're working on this week. On my center clips. And then let me scan quick so you don't see kids' pictures. I have kids' pictures everywhere, so it's really hard. And this is our daily schedule right here. This is where I put all of our charts, all of our work for each week, each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, clipboards. I also have my closet right here, which I'll show you really quick. Also a hot mess. That's where I store all my iPads. And then just the closet stuff. I have it as organized as I can get it. But if you did notice, I have no sink, no cabinets, no extra storage. That's just what it is. I have my sensory table right here. That's my list of things I'm taking with me. And then my tables. Yes, I love my tables. Yes, I love my wobble seats. I don't care. I love them so much. I put some clearance carpet squares underneath all my tables. I got those before I knew I was coming to kindergarten. I was going to make them into like a big rug like this. So that's what I was going to do. And then I actually was able to get a big rug, so I was so happy about that. But I still had all these carpet squares. So I ended up using them for this, and they didn't have orange on clearance, so I didn't buy any. And then it ended up being really good because this is the table that we would use Play-Doh or watercolor at. so that it doesn't mess up the carpet underneath it. I use the colored paper just to color to cover my kids' names, so you can't see which kid sits where, because it is first and last names this time of year. I did not realize how awesome it would be to have the carpet and wobble seats until testing time hit. And apparently all the other kindergarten classrooms have to be really quiet because their desks and their tables scrape the floor really loud, and ours don't. I do have a bonus table right here. This is our pink table. Yes, I do need to recover my seat covers. I got some green chairs. So these stools were at the green table. And then I got some green chairs. So I put these over here. So I just need to recover them. So we have this right here. This is just a little extra. You can see we use this a lot for art. Our insects are right here right now. So I'm scan the other way. I'm back by my computer. You can see it's not perfect, guys. This is like real life. These baskets right here are my sight word station baskets are on top, and then my center baskets with activities are below. So that's what we would do during the day. And I do have tile floor. You can see that we have numbers on here. So what happened this year was we had a ton of kids, and I was lining them up right here, and then we discovered that was awful. So I tried to line them up right here, and we discovered that was awful, and then we tried to line them up here, and we discovered that was awful. So I got these little stickers from Really Good Stuff, and I put down line leader, door holder, and then each one of my kids has a number. That's the same number iPad they use, same everything. So same hooks. So I have my hooks number 2. So it just kind of makes it easier. So I put these down, and so we stopped at 11 right here, and then I found my friends who needed a little bit more space, and so they got a little bit more space. And then I continued it over on this side by 12 and on, so that we had to avoid the bookshelf so that all my kids could fit. Alright, so that's a good picture of my room. Yes, it's very dark. I have no windows. I turned off lights for glare for you. But one smart thing I did do is I do have hooks with my kids' artwork hanging up. I love that. I did take out the light bulb above here because it was having a really bad glare onto my board. So we realized really quickly that if we just opened this up and took the light bulbs out, it would take care of that. So if you have a little situation like that, it might help too. So give you a quick scan. Of what my room looks like. Hope that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it.